well. I pray that God continue to bless all of you and keep you in such a time as this. This is Filmore Spellman Production presents YouTube live and in living color. God bless you all, my YouTube family. I pray that you all have a wonderful, blessed Friday on today and have a wonderful, blessed weekend on today. Praise God. Yes, yes, yes. And before I begin, I would like for everyone to, when you do come on, click like, click subscribe, and click the notification bell. Every time I come on live, you click. Every time I come on live, you'll see a notification bell, and you can hop on quickly when you are available, and so forth and so on. Yes, housekeeping rules. When you communicate on my page, down the comment section below, please make sure it's clean and no negativity whatsoever. No sexual jokes, LGBTQ jokes, no political propaganda, none of that. So when you join my page, make sure we are mature because we grown folks now. You know what I'm saying? We pass immaturity and so forth and so on. But there'll still be those. I kid you not. Like yesterday, there were a few people came on my page and started with that negativity. So I took it upon myself to delete negative messages down below and what have you. So that's the housekeeping rule and what have you. But let's start out with a Friday motivation. Yes, today is Friday, and that being said, no matter what the week held, we made it through. He made it through this week. We made it through with patience. We made it through strength. It was challenging to make it through, but we did it. We made it through with 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 the tests, and with every delay, it taught us patience. When we had gone through this week, you understand? Some of your week, some of you this week was strenuous than others, but the fact of the matter is, we made it through this week. You understand? We made it through this week with the Lord, with God, and God give you that the ability to make it through, right? What is you? Like I said, these are housekeeping rules. I'm gonna delete this because I don't know. Let me see. 31. Please, sir, please, ma'am. When y'all join my page, make sure it's clean, mature. Because we're grown folks, man. I'm 53 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a different stratosphere of my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that adolescent. You understand? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this person because this person is not communicating correctly. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Simple as that. You understand? Like, come on. Uh, Hunter graphics, game, Call of Duty. Please, sir, please, man. Break it down. Unpack what you just said. Can we get a free Sudan, free Congo, free Palestine? See, this is when I start deleting because this is very insignificant of my platform. Uh, just talking until you live. We are talking about. Uh, this is this is more better. Join the King Fight Club. Yo, what's up, homie? That's decent. I keep that because I grew up in the boogie down Bronx. You know what I'm saying? All right. But I'm saying though, for real, fam, yo, yeah. They said those other guys disrespectful. Ignore haters. Yeah, I do that. I ignore them, but I make sure that I delete these messages because when it comes to the finished product of this video, I don't want people to see the negativity, what they had written and what have you, because I'm very protective when it comes to the content that I put on, put here. You understand? And that's just my page. You know what I'm saying? What a perfect. What happened to you, Unc? Nah, it's not. I'm good. I'm good, fam. I'm just deleting negativity off my page, man. You understand? Cause people out here, they go on people's platforms and want to spill that immaturity. You understand? Your Unc, you chill. Nah, I'm good, fam. I am good, fam. You understand? Cause I don't want any negative message um in the comments below to you know in connection to the representation of my character and what my page is all about. You understand? So that being said, we're supposed to be mature. And getting back to that motivational message, uh today is Friday, right? I think later said hi, good morning, good morning. Yeah, like I said, no matter what the week held, we made it through, right? We made it through, right? This is Friday. Some have went through a lot of challenging situations throughout this week. But the fact of the matter is we made it through. Even though Friday, we're still in the week. You understand? Because we got this Friday to finish off and tomorrow Saturday. Some people don't work Saturday. I don't work Saturday. You understand? It took me a while for me to have a job that to have Saturday, Sundays off because I am a worshiper of Jesus. Uh Corey said women don't see, this is when I delete. I don't I got zero tolerance for that. It's Friday, the best day. It kind of remind me of that song that I always DJ, the late Johnny Kemp, was produced by Teddy Riley, and Art a New Jack Swing says, "Just got paid. It's Friday night." Yeah, I remember. I remember DJing that song, and that song is still an anthem to this day. People, you know, playing in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? You know, rest in peace, the late Johnny Kemp. Just got paid. You understand? When you get the chance, listen to the song. Johnny Kemp just got paid. It's Friday night. That that song is still being played. You understand? Yeah, man. Cause I used to be a DJ. I still DJ, but I don't DJ commercially like I used to. I just DJ for fun, and I post my stuff on YouTube or Facebook. Just DJ for fun, not for commercialism. Why am I black? First of all, it's 6:05 a.m. It was worse last week Friday before daylight savings time. When I was doing this video at this time, it was pitch black. Right now, it's 6:05, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You understand? So, of course, it's gonna be dark. Some Larry Linda, listen. We got to use our inferences, our educated guess. Why I am outside? Why it look kind of dark, a little something something. We got to use our educated guess. Oh, it's 6:05 a.m. Wow, like duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Not, I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence, but it's true. We got to use our rationale. You know what I'm saying? And I think rationale has went out the window, man. For real. What are your thoughts on Zoran Manady? I'm here in Nassau County. Anywhere in Nassau County, I'm not telling you where am specifically. I, 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 I used to live in the city. You know, the last time I was there, I moved out the week, the last week of 2024, and I cannot be a part of the political process over in New York City. But I would have voted for Mandatti. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a fresh, young, upcoming in his 30s, a socialist. You know, from the Socialist Party. Of course, he's Muslim, but but his thing is, you know, as mayor, when he be sworn in November 1st, he will, and let's hope that he will create or promote change, because according to his his politics, that he's fighting for immigrants. He's fighting for MTA to be free. That let's see if that will materialize. Because I don't know if the mayor has control over the MTA. I think the state, the governor has control over the MTA. Governor Kathy Hochul. Let's see if he could pull that off, because right now, when it comes to the Metro cards, is high, especially with the new Metro cards called the Omni. Um, um, is right now people are buying the Omni card, and the Metro card is going to be roll out, and it's going to be expired. You know, at the end of December, and some people are already pet peeving about the Omni card. When it comes to they're not really getting their full adequate um, monthly pass or transfer, things of that nature. I feel when it comes to the MTA, that part, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. That's my thing. You understand? But let's see if that will materialize. He said affordable housing. He's going to create affordable housing and what have you for seniors and everyone. Rent stabilization. What else? Um, you know, when it comes to buying stuff, at the bodegas and stores, buy it at wholesale prices and stuff like that. Let's see. Uh, he will promote that kind of a change. Um, he did say something to Donald Trump, and what I watched his speech. Man, he said something that put tears in my eyes. And, he addressed to Donald Trump. Like I said, I'm not using this platform for politics, but because you asked, you know, he did say something to Donald Trump. He said, I know you're listening, Donald Trump. He said, turn the volume up. Wow. I thought that that did it. That speech, that's iconic. Turn the volume up. And he was not the first one who said that. I believe he coined the phrase from Bronx rapper KRS-One. He was the originator who said turn the volume up. Madani, when he before he came to the podium and speak in Brooklyn to Ja Rule's music. Understand? New York, New York, New York. And when Ja Rule saw that, he was lit with excitement. Like, he came out with the introduction of my song. He didn't play the whole song, but just the intro of of the rapper Ja Rule, Queen's rapper Ja Rule. Man, felt good, because Mandani could have come out to any other song. He could have came out to with Alicia Keys' song, you know, New York, the dreams made of. He could have come out to that song, but I think Mudani. I think he got his ears to the ground. He understand, music. He's an immigrant himself. He's um from Pakistan. His parents from Pakistan, but he came and let's hope he makes some changes. And if things are good, maybe I move back to New York City, cause in Long Island the rent is high here. I do miss the city. I miss the city life. You know what I'm saying? You know, Long Island, you come, I'm here, Nassau County, it's quiet. You understand? It's just too quiet for me. You understand? I don't know what the future holds for me here, but you know, and a lot of people had moved from New York City and moved down to the south, like Georgia and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what else? Later said, Apar, you literally an Indian. I worship. When I start deleting people messages, right now I'm just scrolling down and I'm seeing what messages. Yes, I'm American. I was born here. I am American. Ethnicity. I have three ethnicities. Um, my ethnicity is African. Second highest ethnicity is European. I kid you not, no cap. My first cousin 12 times removed is Sir Isaac Newton. I did my family tree. No cap. You understand? And I have Native American Indian in me, Cherokee, because my grandfather on my mom's side, he was black. He was African as well as Cherokee. You understand? So I'm a mix. I'm a mutt. Yeah. Um, I can smell it from the leaves. Less actual. Let me see. My phone is frozen. I have to take away some negativity. I have to do it because I want negativity on my page for real. I lost my tummies. Look, let me take that out. Yeah, looks pretty much clean now. Let me go back. Let me go back. Yeah, yeah. I have to delete some negativity off this page because because you have trolls that will come on your page and they just there for clout. And this is why I'm very protective of my page because nobody's not going to come on my page and knowing the kind of content that I put out there. My content is all about positivity. My content is not all about someone, you know, want to be funny or chasing after clout. You understand? So that people can subscribe to their page and trying to take the energy away from my page and come over their page by creating some sort of shock value and stuff like that. So that's why I had to delete. You know what I'm saying? So that people can't no longer can no longer rather clout chase on other people's page. You understand? And and create and wanting people to make an about face and join their page and unsubscribe to my page and everything. What you see is what you get. With my page, I'm very organic. I do productions myself and everything. When I use the Filmore, but I like to start the morning with with no with no filters, no filming editing tools, just me. You know what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. Yeah, Johan. Hey, welcome back. Morning, bro. Not staying today, but sending love and prayers. Your way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like people like Johan been faithful. You know what I'm saying? I create an atmosphere on my content of one of positivity, and I'm also transparent about my life. You know, and I come on here. You know, because with YouTube, I'm not familiar. You understand? With Facebook, yeah, you are familiar. He said, "Peace, bro. Thank you so much. Peace to you too." You know, you know, my brothers in the body of Christ. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, and this is what people do. They look at your page. They want clout and everything and so forth and so on. So that's why I protect my page. You understand? To protect people from clout chasing. You understand? And so forth and so on. And like I said, the message today is, no matter what the week held, you made it through. You made it through. You had projects that you have to do in the office, and you have to stay long hours, but you made it through. You know, it's already stressing enough to be a parent or a single parent. To raise a child or two or children. You understand? But you made it through. You understand? Those long hours working at the restaurant, trying to provide a living for your family, but you made it through. You understand? The grassroots community, y'all made it through. Whatever the task that was set before you at hand, but you made it through. You know what I'm saying? You made it through by the grace of God with strength. Uh, and even with every delay, it taught you patience. It taught you endurance. When you have gone through, you didn't make haphazard moves, based on uh, what you was going through. You didn't make any haphazard moves when you have gone through the vicissitudes of life. You made it through. You understand? So, that being said, celebrate the fact that you made it through and give all honor and glory to God. It wasn't any strength of your own, but it was the strength of the Lord who gave you the strength. So, we got to acknowledge Him first, who gave you the strength. You got to acknowledge Him for waking you up this morning and allow you to see another blessed day. And He had given you the strength. So, we acknowledge the one who had given us the strength. You understand? To give us the strength so that with the strength that He has given us, and we utilize that strength, that we made it through. Are you feeling me? Yes, yes, yes. So, that being said, man, we made it through. I just want to make sure I look through my page, see anything negative. Everything looks good. Looks good. Yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. Turbo said, "What's up, man? What's going on with you, fam? All right? If my Bronx come out of me, because I grew up in the boogie down Bronx, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what's up, fam. All right, all right. I'm me all day, every day. I'm real. I'm real as it comes. No filters. You understand? I'm just real and everything. Yeah, I'm just real, 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 man. For real, for real. Yeah. Because when you grow up in New York City, just like me up in the Bronx, we have what you call grit. We don't play games, man. Yo, stop playing with me, fam. Like, all right, come on, stop playing. That's how we are, all right. That's that our attitude. Like, yo, stop, fam. Like, you know, that's us. You know what I'm saying? Anthony said, "Are you using a flip phone?" Nah, I'm not using a flip phone, fam. He said, "Why are you lagging and looking blurry?" I'm outside, fam. I'm clear. I'm looking at my screen. I look clear to me. Someone has a point question. I don't understand that. I'm not a streamer. You need to go to a gamer. I'm not a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a real one, G. All right? Come on, all right? Yeah, and what, fam, all right? That's our attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, yo, like we don't take any shorts, man. Come on. That's who we are. Yo, we born on concrete. We flip the camp. That's right. We were born on concrete. That's a metaphor idiom that says, yo, if you from the street, you born on concrete. You know what I'm saying? It's a fantasy football question. I don't play sports. I'm sorry, man. I'm not a gamer. I'm 53 years old. You're talking to the you're talking to the wrong run as far as on generational demographic. I don't know anything about game. If you ask my son, he's 14 years old. He knows about a lot about game. Matter of fact, he doesn't play fantasy football. His thing is he still loves that Fortnite. I'm not blurry. I'm not blurry. I'm clear, man. I just cleared the screen, man. I'm clear. You know what I'm saying? I bet after the recording is over, you know, it still be clear. And a lot of I don't get any on I don't have that type of comment. Lauren Rivera said 1930. What do you mean by 1930? Because if a person is born in the year 1930, they are from the what? Silent generation. Um, Baby boomers was born from 1945 to 1964. Gener- Generation X was born from 1965 to I would say 79. You understand? Shy City said, big ups, scrolling through what stock you're goated? Huh? What are you talking about, fam? Oh, thank you. Yeah. And Nassau County, they don't have like a lot of street lights, so they got the stop signs. So this person gave me a chance to run quickly. You know what I'm saying? Shy City said it means have a nice day. All right, that's what's up, fam. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Where you from, man? Because different slang is different depending on where you from. Because I'm from, like I said, I grew up in the Bronx, but right now I'm here in Nassau County, Long Island. I came here by default, not at liberty to discuss details, but me and my youngest son is here. My oldest son is in Manhattan. He's in the city. You understand? I went through a lot, with the loss of my late wife and everything. So I'm here by default. You understand? And I try to bring that Bronx energy in Long Island because it's bland here. You know, I, you know, and I bring that energy. You understand? Especially the high schoolers. You know what I'm saying? They love my presence here and everything. So I appreciate you breaking it down for me. I appreciate it. You know, because I'm about to go on the Urban Dictionary, Urban Slang Dictionary, because slangs have changed throughout the years. I'm from the era, yo, that's fly, that's dope. Yo, that's fresh, fam, all right? Those kicks are fresh. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's dope. Fresh and dope mean the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's that's how I grew up, the old hip hop. Rock says hi. What's that? Rock Soul. I believe that's not how your name pronounced. Saying hi. What's going on? What's going on? I'm almost here at work, man. Yeah, yeah. So life is good. Like I said, we made it through this week. No matter what the week was, to you, the fact of the matter is, we made it through, man. Uh, it's not that hard to pronounce. Let me screenshot your name. Hold on a second. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, cause even though I got the word's still small to me, so it's rock soul. All right. Just want to make sure. All right. Rock soul made sure she wrote that twice. She probably copy and pasted twice. Want to make sure I break down her name and everything. Yeah, so I'm almost here at work. It's gonna be a long day. There's gonna be a football game here in Nassau County. Varsity is playing. I'm not telling you where I work at. Uh, the varsity football team here at the high school is playing another Nassau County high school football team. You know, and guess what? I make sure I got my chair ready. You know, because I do security. I got my chair because I ain't gonna be on my feet all day. I got my, the kind of chair you go to picnic, man. I ain't playing, fam. I got my chair. I'm gonna be sitting out chilling, watching the game. I make sure I got layers, got my hood, got my hat. I'm good and everything. And I got the thing to put in my gloves to warm my hands. They came out with that, so I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready, baby. All right. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm about to go into work. Yeah, have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And this Saturday, I'm going to the city, New York City. They're having tonight's conversations, at 8 o'clock. All relationship people on the panel. It's going to be lit. I think it's going to be at the Javis, but I'm going to have a good time and everything. So, and that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And shalom, which means in Hebrew, peace.